You can restart.
N.E.O. N.E.O. Oh,
Any
N.E.O. 2-0. N.E.O. 2-0. N.E.O. 2-0. N.E.O. 2-0.
doom doom doom
N.E.O.
doom doom
2-0.
doom.
Yeah, this is the 20th episode, man. So fuck it. We ain't had nothing, no fancy name for 20. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck you say 20 in Spanish?
It's leaving my mind right now, and I know it, but it's not here right now.
I don't know it. I don't know it. I don't know it.
Vente,
What we
something like that.
what we here doing, Cinco? What we here doing, Cinco? That's Cinco. I'm Black. Y'all already know we back.
I think
What
if
we
you
here?
look
What
at
we
his
here?
shirt, you know. If you look at his background, you know. We're here to talk about the new Captain America,
Oh,
Sam Wilson,
I'm very
for the
excited
brave
about. I'm
new
very
world.
excited. I'm very excited about. And I'm just gonna mention. I'm just gonna start off straight up. I'm very excited because he's black.
Hey,
Straight up. I'm very excited because we have a black Captain America. Very exciting to me.
it's kind of ironic, but like also, it's cool. It's cool. I fuck with
Very ironic. It's extremely
it.
ironic.
And I left
Like
more pleased than I thought I was going to be from the theaters when I seen this. Not even gonna lie off the rip.
I was pleased. I was pleased. I was thoroughly satisfied.
Yeah,
Good movie.
it's not
Good.
like a top up there movie for me, but like I was thoroughly pleased with where it went, how it handled it. I kind of figured it was going to be that kind of movie that it was, but not exactly how it went. So
Kind of called it. You was kind of calling it by the previews, the trailers. I remember you saying that, like how they was kind of giving us the movie. They gave us the movie, which they did. I thought they were gonna. I think I kind of mentioned how they might have something else for us, and that was Stern, the leader. That was cool, but they didn't have much else, besides the trailer. So they kind of gave us a story, but yeah, it was pretty good though.
yeah,
Still good to watch.
I think there's a couple of noticeable moments where there's like reshoots that were done. Because Giancarlo Esposito wasn't Sidewinder originally. It was Seth Rollins, supposedly. Rumor.
Oh, where?
Yeah, from WWE, he was Sidewinder originally. Because if you go look up the cast, they show him in the cast. I googled it not too long ago. His name popped up too, not as Sidewinder, but as actor.
He's interesting because he always plays some type of Hispanic villain or some Hispanic man, right? Just like he did in this one. He's like a Hispanic villain. The man
Kind of
is
sort of
like he's like
like a
black and
Spaniard.
Italian,
Yeah, yeah,
but he
yeah. Seth Rollins. Yeah, he's some shit
he's
like
like
that.
black and Italian. He's not even Spanish, but he always plays like some type of Spanish. And he plays it well too.
Yeah, I fuck with Seth Rollins. You know me being a WWE guy nowadays, back into that in the last couple of years. So I've grown to fuck with him, even though he wears the most outlandish shit. I swear he like dresses out of Becky Lynch's closet and she shop and she wears out of his.
Niggas be swapping.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy, but he's almost like in his character now. He's almost like Shawn Michael esque, but not Shawn Michaels at all. But he's like got that flairiness to him.
I could dig that. I could dig that because fucks with Shawn Michaels. Heartbreak Kid. Shout out to the Heartbreak Kid,
Yeah,
man. That was my
that's my guy right there. That's like my number
that
one.
was my name.
That's my
Real
number
talk.
one.
That was
Favorite wrestler right
no matter what we did, I don't care who he kicked. If it was on the good side, bad side, I was fucking with him.
there. Yep.
I ain't
Kick that motherfucker, Sean.
he deserved it. He must have deserved to be kicked. Like he kicking niggas fucking.
But yeah. So
Yo,
back to the
question
movie.
real quick.
hmm
Question real quick. Is Ruth handicapped?
Ruth, you're talking about the Black Widow chick?
Yes. Is she handicapped?
That never came up to me. Why would you ask that? I'm intrigued.
Because it's that scene when they're like walking out from where Stern was. Remember, he sent the guards on them, and she came through and saved them and stuff. And it was that one scene where they're walking down the hill, and like she just has this awkward walk and shoulder like proportion. And I'm not saying anything wrong with the handicap community. Shout out to y'all because y'all doing great things. I love the handicap Olympics. I love watching that shit. That shit is dope. Um, but I was just saying, like, I was just like, oh, that's pretty interesting if she is handicapped because she was kicking ass.
I didn't even catch nothing like that. Maybe it was just because they're walking on the hill. Maybe it was like a slanted area or something like
I don't know,
that. But
it could have been my non-expert vision, man.
nah. You were looking for things, man. So it's okay. But I liked that character, even though she wasn't much to the movie, and I'm pretty sure a lot of her was like cut out in the reshoots and stuff because it's pretty known that there were reshoots for this. Like I was saying with John Carlo Esposito, he wasn't originally Sidewinder. And there was one moment when they were in the jail cell for Stern, and what's his name, Joaquin, right? Joaquin Torres, the new Falcon, and he goes something like he's got a lot of people's genetic data, and Sam goes, "Don't make me look up big words or nothing like that." And I'm like, all the things you've dealt with in genetic data is a big phrase for you, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you're right. That was kind of weird.
so
Yeah,
I almost feel like that was a reshoot where he probably said something else, and in the reshoots they changed it to genetic data, and
like
that's
Sam,
why that went that
like, come on, we know you ain't got the super soldier serum, but ooh,
like, I'm pretty sure you're smarter than that, right? Like,
yeah, like,
you've
come on,
showed me
man.
not a dumbass, so like,
Which one confused you, genetics or data?
like, yeah, like, come on, man. You deal with the Hulk. Like, how do you deal with the Hulk and not know nothing? Like, what?
Like, yeah, like that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Did you think Stern's work? Did you think his character worked, dude? As the leader, did you think the CGI on him worked? Like everything about him, did you think he worked?
So you know me. I'll preface with saying it again. Villains are a big part of a movie to me, and this villain was good, but like low to mid tier good. Like, not really because the stakes were high, just because this movie is a good job of being like a closing chapter to whatever happened in that old Hulk.
Mm.
So I appreciate it for being that.
It's like the second, almost like the not the second to that because we don't get much of the Green Hulk, but
Like the
it's
1.5.
like a side story, a continuation of. I know what you mean. Yeah, you're
Mhm.
right. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah. So like for that, I give him his kudos because like it plays off of what happened, and it was understandable why he was doing what he was doing.
I mean, it
So
was. It
so
was.
so it's not like it was
Yeah.
whack or lame. It was just it worked for this movie. They did a good job taking something simple and making it work for this movie. I just
Ross.
rewatched it, and it was like I could see a comic doing this exactly like this,
Mm,
and that's why it
mm.
kind of works, even though it's not like a great movie.
Ross is an asshole overall. Like, cause why didn't he just free him? Now, I mean, granted, he kind of, if he would have freed him, what the fuck he would have did? We
He
got a
wanted
regular
that
job.
secret that nah, he just wanted the secret that he had him locked up and like doing shit for him. In the meanwhile, and he worked out a deal with a criminal. He didn't want that getting out. That was the whole point of it. So that's why he didn't ever free him, so it wouldn't get out, and he eventually just got his own way out. So that was, remember, that's why he did it at the end of the thing before he hulked out. He was like, "Bro, hey, let me play that phone call that we had, so everybody knows what was going on." He just wanted to
That's true.
remember, he just wanted to disrupt his legacy.
That's true. That's true. Now, yo, real quick, sticking on Stearns, right? They refer to him as the buyer. The buyer. They
Well,
refer to
for the Sidewinder, he was referred to as the buyer because that's what he was known as.
yeah. Right, right. Yeah, right, correct. He was yeah, because they didn't call him the leader. We know him as the leader from the comic. But this we gonna stick to Stern and the buyer, right?
Mhm.
The buyer was also mentioned in Ant-Man 2. Ant-Man 2, where the daughter was going to get the quantum items. Remember, he was like, I have the buyer. The buyer sending him over.
Isn't that Peggy Carter's niece, Sharon Carter? Weren't we exposed to that in like Falcon and the Winter Soldier or some shit like that?
Oh, did they? Did they? Did they?
Yeah, wherever Sharon Carter last popped up, they kind of like implied she's the buyer.
Oh, interesting. Okay, okay. See, when I caught that, I was just wondering if he was. more so in the background, because
or
we know
something like
now
that.
that
Oh no, the
we know
power
now.
broker. Wait, Sharon Carter's the power broker, right? Is that what they were
Yeah,
calling her?
yeah. Sharon Carter's the power broker. Yeah.
Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, I'm mistaking it for a different the. I had to think
Okay, so
about it
if,
for a minute.
if she's not, yeah, you're right. So if she's not the buyer, I feel like that was a clue to him being in the background doing Ross's dirty work the whole time, or like doing his own dirty work in the background
The real
the whole
clue
time.
was the song he was playing
The song,
because it was saying Mr. Blue, and that's what he
yeah,
goes by in the original movie. When him and Banner
mhm,
are typing back and forth, one's Mr.
yeah,
Green
yeah,
and the other is Mr.
yeah,
Blue, and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
him.
yeah.
That's the real clue.
They dropped some. They dropped some. So I feel like Stearns worked as well. I feel like just like you,
Yeah,
he's like a
well done,
he's like
simple.
a very low bad guy, but he was effective. And again, his reasoning, just like Killmonger's, was very understandable.
And I like for Sam Wilson, especially this being his first Captain America stint, that this is like a well grounded movie. This is not like some over the edge fighting in an apocalypse or anything like that. It's just some simple old in the neighborhood shit, basically. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I like when he was over the Celestial. I like when it was, I enjoyed that whole sequence. That was cool. Joaquin getting shot out the air. That was cool. You know what I mean? Like everything
I felt
about
like
that
all the
was just
action worked. The action was working. The first
yeah.
20 minutes or
Everything,
so, I
everything.
was kind of bored, but the action was working the entire time. Up
I liked it
until
too because he had two suits.
Up until I yeah, but up until Isaiah Bradley shot at the president and then ran off, I was like just like, this is cool. But then when that happened, I was like, okay, cool, I'm kind of interested. And then when the two guards got shot and the other dude shot himself, I was like, okay, cool. I think you guys got me locked in right now. And I kind of just
Yeah,
wrote out the rest of the movie.
that Roof was walking towards that, and that's when that happened.
And I
That's when
think
she found out that something was going on.
and I think that's why the bad guy works is because stuff like that was catching my attention. Like I was like, okay, cool. Like he ain't doing crazy take over the world shit, but like that's kind of fucked up.
He bothered, he
Like,
bothered this shit,
yeah,
bro.
he was
That
doing
nigga
some
was
kind of fucked
bothered.
up shit, bro. Like he's being a little super manipulator and shit.
He was body. Interesting thing about this movie, they ended with um no president. They ended with no
I think that'll
president.
be
So it
important in future stuff that comes out,
so that's what I'm
especially
getting
with
at
like
because it
Daredevil coming out. Well, already out at this point. I haven't watched any
yeah
early
or
episodes yet.
um pretty good first one pretty good, you know what I mean. I gotta watch the second one. First one
Yeah,
pretty good. First one a big surprise, honestly, big surprise. Watch that. But yeah, we're not gonna talk too much on that because we're gonna do episodes on that anyway. So
yeah, we'll
um
talk about
but yeah, it was interesting because the whole movie, no vice president was mentioned. And
that. Yes.
when a president dies or impeached or steps down, whatever, the vice president steps up.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me question in the MCU, in this MCU and universe, who's the vice president and who's stepping up. And then it kind of
That's a
it
good
kind of makes
question.
me think of that lady.
Yeah, because I seen somebody bring that up too, and that's why I'm like, this is a good question because I've seen this already get brought up on a
It
video I watched. And you're
it
talking
kind of
about
makes
the
me
chick
think of
with
that
the
lady.
thunderbolts, right?
It kind of makes me think of her.
Whatever his name's ex-wife. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's who they
And
brought up. But the Thunderbolts movie, that little scene in the trailer where he's like, "We can't call ourselves that." It makes all the more sense now.
Why?
Because Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Nigga's an expert, y'all. I'm the non-expert here. And this nigga's the expert. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was dope. Okay, I like that.
As I was
I
watching
like
it, I was like, "Okay, cool. This makes sense. Why they don't want to connect themselves to that name? That's why Bucky does." Remember, Bucky's in Congress and all that, so he doesn't want to be connected to none of this.
let's talk about Bucky. What do you think about Congress Bucky?
um,
Would you
it's
I thought it was
interesting
cool.
that he's in Congress, but I'm totally cool with it because it's like it's a good step for his cleaning himself up. I guess like it's a
I
huge maturity step for him. I guess.
I'm still one of those people. who want Bucky to beat Cap. Now, even though I started the show saying
I
I love
I
a black
started
cat,
it. I started that
I
way
do
too.
love a black cat, but I kind of want Bucky to beat Cap as well.
Excuse me.
I want in Civil Wars, I mean in Secret Wars, for in the universe, I want for them to fight a Captain America that has Bucky Barnes.
Hey,
I
cooking
think.
right there. You might be cooking right there. But
And
I felt like that too. I kind of wanted it to be Bucky. Like I thought he was gonna hand it off to Bucky and stuff like that. In the movie, but honestly, after this movie, I am totally fine with it being Sam Wilson. Um, I think he just makes sense being the new Avengers like leader, like whoever's left around and stuff like that. Like Strange isn't as much tied in with the rest of the group as Sam was. I
who's the new Avengers? Let's talk about that. Sam was asked to start the new Avengers by Ross before Ross stepped
guess
down.
Joaquin
Who's the
Torres.
new Avengers?
um, I guess
Okay, we
Spider
got
Man.
one. We but okay, we got
I
two.
guess we'll get one of the Thunderbolt people at some point. I guess probably.
Okay.
I'm assuming Shang-Chi will be an Avenger somehow, some way, somewhere.
Yeah, they were doing a Wong show. They just stopped. They just stopped it. They're not doing it no more. I
I
figured
hate
Shang-Chi was
them.
gonna be.
Uh,
Yeah, they just
who else is
stopped it.
still
Yeah.
around? Like we might get a Hawkeye sighting. One of them. You know, you never know.
I think more
I'm in
so we're
awe
gonna
right
get
now, but
we might get Kate more than we get Hawkeye. Well, she's gonna be Hawkeye basically, but
possibly
Kate
see
Bishop.
Thor is still around. I guess like his name's around. You know.
Apparently, apparently they're moving ahead with the whole God battle thing. So he's supposed to be fighting Hercules and shit with
I
love.
hope so. I hope we don't get to the point where they're just like walking away from too many storylines and stuff like that. Like
I mean, it would
seeing,
be nice for him to complete. But honestly, though, with Thor, hmm, well, yeah, at this point, I can't see him doing anything else. Fight the rest of the gods. Yeah, what the fuck?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
fight him.
at this point, just make movies, whatever.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
don't need them to be gigantically great movies anymore for Thor. Like his
yeah.
story's told and stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, Thor, he just make him more, yeah, good movies. Like,
I do like that
with
we
Thor
got some.
movies, though, just stop making them so comical. Like, I mean, I love the comical, but like, just a
Well,
pinch
now
down.
he's about to be like a comedy dad, bro. He's about
No,
to be one of those movies, like a dad and his kid comedy, like not a rom com, but a comedy. Like, so that's what that's
yeah,
about to be. He about to
we
be
gonna
getting
see that.
tortured by this little girl. But I
Well,
like that
because
they
you know,
circled back to the adamantium with the celestial and stuff. Like, even though it got ruined by the trailers and all that, um,
right?
I'm happy that that
But that,
got brought up because now it opens the door for the X Men and stuff like that just existing in this universe somehow, some way, in a
right?
different way. Um, She Hulk kind of dives into that because if you remember, I don't know if you watched it. Did you watch that?
Yep.
You remember she was going through the like conspiracy theory websites, and there was a one about a man in a bar fight with claws.
Mm-hmm.
If there's now
Yeah.
adamantium, who's to say that this guy doesn't get snatched up somewhere down the line and become this universe's Wolverine because he's already the Wolverine?
That's true. What are is Deadpool and Wolverine in this universe or they in another?
They're the way the movie went. They're back in the original Fox universe because they saved it and he stayed with all his friends.
Oh, so that is not this universe then.
Yeah, so that's why that movie kind of fucks me up because like they dilly dally in the Marvel universe, but only really in the Void. So
Right, and then they went back to the Fox universe and
yeah,
saved
the
it, right?
TVA and the Void. That's it.
All right. Well, yeah, that was their way of making of Disney making becoming a part of it, basically. Like, All right, I get that.
But I think the
Uh,
angle that the mutants are already out there, maybe they're just dormant or something like that, is a cool concept to go with because they have Kamala Khan, who they already said is a mutant. They have this hinting at a Wolverine esque character who's a mutant So maybe other people are just with dormant genes that haven't started like popping off yet.
You think in Secret Wars, Cap is gonna be a big part of it? Like this
Like
Cap,
our
this Cap.
Cap, I think definitely he's gonna have to be like if they want him to be the Captain America, the man for this like group. How do they put him in the background? Like it wouldn't make any sense. Like there's probably gonna
I
be a
mean,
very deep story
I
for him.
feel like there's so many like super powered like that'll oppose him. Like a nigga like you ain't like just out of attitude, just out of pride. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't the one. You ain't the one. You ain't the Cap that you ain't that super soldier. Like type of shit. Like sort of like what Ross said. Like you're not Cap. You're not Steve Rogers. I feel like he'll get that type of flack.
And for me to go back to that to Brave New World, that's what Bucky talked to him about. It's like you're not here to be Steve Rogers. You're here to be Sam Wilson. Like you're here to do what Sam Wilson does good.
He did say that. He did say that word. Yeah.
And that's what's really going to be the story for Sam Wilson is remembering that his job is not to be this superhuman. His job is to be a human doing what anybody can possibly do if they put their heart to it, I guess, their mind to it.
For him not to be a superhuman, and I know the fucking wings are from Wakanda and they're what you call it, vibranium. But for him not to be no fucking superhuman, that nigga he takes some hits, bro.
He took an axe to the
Matter
ribs.
of fact, matter of fact, the nigga was taking knives to the chest. Like he wasn't taking no regular like punches. He was taking
I'm pretty sure
he
when
was
he's
taking
got the suit on, those are padded, so like he ain't getting him to the chest for real. But like they might
But remember
prick
when
him.
he fought Boca out the in the car when he was just shooting at him,
Mm-hmm.
bro? He stabbed him, sliced him up.
That was him
Sam
out.
just
That's
kept
what I'm saying. That's him out the suit though. Like he's just in his regular clothes and stuff. But
Sam just kept going crazy. Like goddamn, I was like, nah. If he's not a super soldier, what
had
is
a
he?
whole axe in his side. I was like, ooh, ooh,
So I'm like, what is he? Like, if he's not a super soldier, what is he
a
then?
scroll.
Oh shit, that'd be funny.
Easy answer for anything like that is there's a scroll there, bro.
That'd be some funny shit. Go back to Nick Fury and all that shit. He could be a super scroll.
And one thing that I was thinking about in the last time I watched the movie is that there's multiple Hulk like characters. You got Red Hulk, you have Abomination, you have She Hulk, you have regular Hulk, you have Scar. And if you want to get cheeky with it, you got Home Chick from Secret Invasion who got everybody's power.
Oh yeah. I feel like there's another one too.
That's a
No,
lot of
no, no.
Hulk like characters out there.
They just had a lot of and then they had a lot of variations of Hulk. So imagine Secret Wars if they bring these niggas out. That would be a good place to bring World Breaker Hulk, World War, all them Hulks like in Secret Wars. Just to show them real quick. I would like to see that.
I mean,
That'd be
yeah,
fun.
they gotta redeem this man somehow because he's been looking bad since Thanos put the
He look
paws on
stupid, and Scarlet look dumb with that haircut. I don't care what nobody say. He's stupid.
he got that little piece like right here.
Like a Sonic remake. They need to remake him like Sonic or some shit. Because what the fuck going on? I don't know. But yo, real quick though, back to that fight between Captain America and Hulk, Red Hulk. What you thought about that? I thought that was cool. Red Hulk skin not being indestructible. I thought that was kind of cute, like key to something. Like, why is his skin not indestructible like the Hulk's?
But he regenerates really fast like a Hulk. So I don't know. Maybe it's because it's his first time changing or something like that. Because
Ah,
there
yeah,
was
maybe no.
differences. Like
He did a little ass Hulk,
think about it.
nigga.
Like because one of the differences I noticed from his Hulk to like Banner's Hulk is Banner's Hulk doesn't like being called Banner. Doesn't like being called Bruce. It likes being called the Hulk. Ross's Hulk did not give a shit. It was just like, okay, I get it. Like, so maybe when Stern was making these pills and doing stuff with the gamma, he made some tweaks to it, so it's not exactly the same as what Bruce Banner's.
You saw that whole connection to the sun is getting low.
Yeah, with the flower and all that.
What the fuck is up with hawks and flowers? Why they go to sleep when they get around
Well, it's
flowers and
just
shit?
any yeah, it's
What's
connected
going
to
on?
people that they love, I guess, so it brings them down to earth.
Is you would ever fight a hawk? Bring that nigga a bouquet of roses. Here you go, my nigga.
Come on, man, we be piecing it up. I don't even want to fight
Yeah, like yo, relax.
you. You're like,
That nigga
ooh,
feeling
for
like just walk
me,
away.
for me. Yeah,
These niggas be turning soft as soon as they get a bouquet of flowers. That shit crazy. Like I'll be like, okay.
I'm sitting here in this movie and I'm looking at all the casualties and I'm like, damn, there's mad casualties. Like when the Hulk threw the one helicopter at the other one, I was like, damn, look at that. That's two people just dead, bro. Just
Yeah,
dead. Like,
yeah.
innocent as hell, dead. I don't know why they keep shooting
And
at the Hulk.
like when he jumped through the whole White House, the whole top of it, all those people died.
You hope people got out.
Everybody
You hope everybody got out, right?
everybody dead. Like
Yo,
everybody
they was
dead.
dumb close when he first changed and they started shooting at him. I'm like, yo, y'all dumb close to be shooting at a Hulk. Like, one,
Why
why
would
you
you
shooting
even
at a
do
Hulk?
that?
Two, why you that close? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. In real life, if I had the duty, fight for my country, boom boom. If a hawk ever come down, nigga, you think I'ma fight for my country? Like I will, like bro, I will
shoot
bend and
somebody in
post
the
so
back of
much
the head, like, you
fucking
hungry, big guy? There's one right there. Like,
like nigga, I'm a bend and post so fucking fast, switching sides. I'm gonna start shooting. Nigga. He
start
gonna see me
yelling.
shoot.
He gonna be seeing you. You be like, ah! Like, I'm on your side.
I turn to the I am Hulk. I am Brute, bitch. Like I'm just like you. Oh, like, oh, dead ass, bro. Like that shit baffles me
Turn that into a
how they
comic,
see
mowing the Hulk.
how they see this big ass green or red, creature come down and they start shooting. Bro, what the fuck the gun's gonna do?
Like, if it was your first time, I get it, but this is not your first time
And it's
with a
not the first Hulk. It's not the first Hulk.
Hulk.
Not the first
Like, it's
Hulk.
not your first experience,
Like,
bro. Like, you seen they had to pull out a whole Hulk
MCU,
Buster suit, and the Hulk Buster suit still had to put in some work before it got the Hulk. Don't instantly get the Hulk.
bro, when you grow up in the MCU, you grow up hearing about these stories. These are the stories that you grow up hearing about. So you know that bullets do not stop this shit.
Yet you're shooting your gun.
And you're shooting your gun.
I always wonder, like, what if you hit him in the eyeball?
Me too. But I think it bounces off.
It's crazy.
I think it bounces off.
Nah, yo, and that's why I think about it because I'm like, you know how crazy that is that your eyeball is that thick that it just bounces off
I think
bullets.
it bounces off.
Like, I
Because
get, I get it if he
but
closes his eyes right before the bullet hits. I get that. Like, if that's how you want to explain it, bet. But his
bro,
pure eyeball just tanking a bullet.
bro, out of all the bullets that fly at this nigga, you think one ain't hit his eye yet?
That's
I'm
what I'm,
pretty sure
yo.
50 hit his eye.
But maybe he be closing his eyes, like the barrage starts coming. He just like gets hit a couple times, like yeah, I get that, but like purposely with his eyes open, just get dinged in the eye. You got to be a really good shot, kind of, to do that.
Yo, you know what part of the movie I questioned though? Now Stearns had the power to take over people's mind, right? Why he just didn't take over Ross's mind and like make him angry himself?
I just too simple for him, too easy, not satisfactory enough. Wouldn't feel fulfilled.
Yeah, I guess he wanted the whole thing was him showing out. He wanted to get there. He wanted
He
him to get
wanted
there
Ross to
himself.
lose control on his own and prove that he was not the man he was saying he was trying to be. So him just making it happen on his own isn't really a success because you forced his hand without him actually wanting to do it.
Seeing Betty was cool. I mean, it wasn't like a wow, you know what I'm saying? But like after them talking about her the whole movie, I was like, all right, finally you showed the bitch. Like that was cool.
It's
Like I mean,
cool that they are finding ways to tie in things like the Hulk and stuff like that. That they're finding
right.
ways to make these relevant and like, hey, this is somewhere out there in the world of what's going on now.
Now, what's gonna be interesting about that is seeing Betty and Banner.
We're probably
That's
not
gonna
gonna
be
see
interesting.
that.
You don't think so?
Yeah, probably
No. Oh, there's that.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not optimistic for that happening. I don't know why we would really see it.
Oh, interesting thing I seen online. You got to watch the movie again. The last one of the last scenes. I haven't watched it. I just seen it online. In the background where he goes to visit one of the two. That's why you got to watch it because I'm not sure.
This is the same place that Zemo is, isn't it?
Yeah, so they show a guy in the back reading a book, and we know
Probably Zemo.
Zemo. Yeah, yeah. So I thought that was interesting. I thought that was interesting because there's just clues to what they might do with different characters. You know what I mean? Like you
It's
never know
almost
who you're
like their
gonna.
Arkham Asylum.
Right, right. It's and I think other people were there.
You have to remember, Sam and Cap were there at a point.
Right, right, right. But I mean, currently though, see, this is something else I saw online. Um, you guys gotta like look this up. I'm sorry, I don't have the references written down where I seen this at, so you gotta look this up. Google search and shit. But I seen this online. Bad guys from Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are in that same jail, that same prison.
On the raft.
So yeah, the raft. So it was like they were trying to say like them even showing Zemo is a clue to that there's other people there, and it might just be a tie-in to since there are other people there and they showing other villains there, they might be doing something with that in the future, and then that could tie into Luke Cage or Jessica Jones and shit.
Well, I think it's
So
smart to look in, like to not necessarily just believe that, but to be optimistic for something like that. Because look at this, we already got Daredevil. That's already here. It's already out there. So if that succeeds, why would they not consider doing any of these other ones if they were good on Netflix? A lot of those shows were doing pretty good on Netflix.
I wasn't a fan of Jessica Jones, but it did well.
I didn't
It
watch
did
Jessica
well.
Jones. I saw like one or two episodes. I watched like a season or two of Luke Cage. I did not like Iron Fist. Uh, and Daredevil was cool, but I didn't finish it. So I'm gonna go like speed through Daredevil, the Netflix one, and then I'm gonna start watching the show.
Okay. Okay. Same thing. Luke Cage, I like, but I only watch once. I'm not one of those like. I know some people who watch Luke Cage like over and over. They watch it over and over and over. I'm not one of those people. I've watched Luke Cage one time,
Was it that
and that was.
good? Like shit. You like
I don't.
seeing
I
them
don't
ask bitches if
know.
they wanted coffee?
Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah, I think it was just like I think it's some black thing. They only people are black. I don't know. What you call it? Jessica Jones. Like I said, I didn't like. Danny Rand. Did not like at all. That's Iron Fist, y'all. Did not like that at all. Nope. Daredevil loved it. Watched the whole thing. Seen it like twice. Um, I was thinking about watching it again right before I watched episode one of this new one, but I didn't. I said I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that again. But but this one starts out pretty well. Yeah, you know what though? Wow, on Cap though, just to because we all talking about Cap. This is the episode Captain America: Brave New World. Um, I ain't
Slowly
got shit else to
drifted away,
say.
right? We slowly drifted away from Captain
Yeah,
America,
yeah.
right?
I really, it's crazy. I ain't got shit else to say. We gotta hit all. Oh, well, no,
Oh,
I
let
got
me
written
shout
down
out
here.
what's his name? Carl Lambie. I think I got his name up. Give me 2 seconds. I want to shout him out. Uh
Oh, shout them out. Yeah, cause I wanna. I think I hit everything, all the points on mine.
Carl Lumley. He plays Isaiah Bradley. I feel like
Nah, I
without
did.
doing
Yo, shout out him. Shout out him. Go ahead, and say what you gotta say, cause I found out I didn't know. You might be saying the same shit. You might be saying the same shit that I'm about to
yeah,
say.
so Carl Lumley, man, he does a good job as Isaiah Bradley. He's very convincing. As soon as he said whatever he said to Sam at the end of the movie when he was leaving from checking in on Joaquin, when he's like, "Say it again." He wrote almost, it really looked like he had Sam shit in his pants right there. But man, I just wanted to give him a shout out because he's not just Isaiah Bradley in the MCU. He's played a couple different characters through DC and stuff. Uh, Even to the point where there was a Black Panther animated series in like Australia or something, and he played a character, Theon, in that um, animated series. And then also in DC, he plays a character in Supergirl but also he plays the voice of Martian Manhunter in a lot of the things that are animated for DC. Also, so if you see Martian
This is
Manhunter,
fucking crazy, son.
you're most likely to heard this man's voice before.
That's fucking crazy, bro. Real talk. Yeah, I found out that shit. I was wow.
So shout out to Carl Lumley because this is like a guy we probably wouldn't really know of. He probably in a bunch of other stuff that we do know of, but he probably doesn't take up the spotlight. So like, good for him to be getting some spotlight with the MCU right now. Boom.
Yeah,
That's all I
yeah,
got for
yeah.
that.
Nah, yeah. You know what? I ain't even gonna say because I was gonna say the same thing, and and Cinco came with the facts and actual names. I was just gonna say he's in a bunch of stuff. Shout out to him, yeah. But like, but one more thing though, one more thing I do got to say about the movie, and then I'm officially my notes is done. Um, it's coming.
Yeah, he's talking about like all the incursions, the combining of the.
It's
He's so
when he
smart to
said,
see all this coming, but he couldn't stop Sam Wilson. So the fuck would he talk
yeah, I know.
about?
When he said it's coming, right? It's like it's coming. It's a specific thing he's talking about. So it makes you think: is he talking about a war? Is he talking about
And he said
an
the others.
event? And he said the others. Now it could be like the others is so big because it could be scrolls and fucking the Kree.
Yeah, just other people
But
out there in the galaxy, right?
yeah, yeah. So it's kind of, but we know, just from knowing history about Secret Wars and what's to come and stuff from the comics and stuff. But I feel like it's gonna be interesting to see. And here's where I'm going with this. It's just gonna be interesting to see some of the reactions of like this MCU, of all the MCUs meeting each other. Like when they finally meet each other, because I want to like how I mentioned Captain America is Bucky Barnes is Captain America earlier, but I just want to see those interactions actually happen. Like, cause what if we don't? What if we get like two Black Sams like Captain Americas? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, or if we get the fucking Captain Hydra and shit like that? I just want to
Starting to look
see
more like that might be a real possibility too.
the Captain
Captain
Hydra,
Hydra,
right?
yeah, it's starting to look like that might be a real possibility.
Honestly, that would be a dope way of going because they keep talking about Steve. They have not stopped talking about Steve ever since he's when I don't know where the fuck he went as an old man. I don't know where he's at right now. I don't know if he's dead or if he just, what I mean? Like we don't know. But
He
yeah,
hiding. Didn't Joaquin make a joke that he's like on the moon or something like that?
I'm about to say, and he probably is up there with Nick Fury. Who knows? Like, what I'm trying to say at this point, like,
Probably were they drinking
but
martinis with the scrolls.
yeah, shit, like, him and what's the old lady name? Betty? No, not Betty. Is it Betty?
His
No, no, Betty.
scroll wife.
Yeah. What's the fucking something? Oh, Margaret, Petty. That's what it is.
Oh
Peggy.
yeah,
Anyway,
Peggy dead.
it,
I think by the time
oh
he
yeah,
was
she
old.
still died. Yeah, she still died. She still died. That's right. That's right. But it's just gonna be, or maybe even motherfucking Captain Peggy. What if we get the real version of her in Secret
He
Wars?
dead.
I don't really want to see that. I
He
don't want to
dead.
see that. But I'm just gonna throw that out there. But I'm saying it's a possibility. They've been trying to push Captain Peggy on us, like what I'm saying, ODR, like with the whole what if shit. But it's just so many. So I'm just interested. It's so many possibilities, but within those possibilities, I'm more interested in seeing their reactions. You know what I mean? Like, because if we do get a Captain Hydra, they gonna come to that nigga like, Steve, he gonna fuck shit up. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they gonna, what the fuck going on? Like, you know what I mean? Hell Hydra, that shit will be fire.
They gonna come running up on him. He gonna be like, "Shut the fuck up! I ain't with that shit. I ain't with that. I ain't with that Avengers shit, dog. Hell Hydra, bitch."
Like that shit goes to go. So I mean, it's just interesting to see. Like it is, we know from What If, in the multiverse, there's mad variations of these characters. So MCU has an interesting way of tying things in and doing things. So it's just gonna be interesting to see where they're gonna bring Captain America and the rest of the Avengers, the new Avengers, and everybody and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. The last thought that I have before we get into like what we think we rated and all that stuff, I had the thought that it's kind of pretty interesting that look at how big the stakes get just because like something good happens for the Avengers or a superhero. Like basically, Stern had to readjust his plan, and his brain had to recalculate what's gonna happen. And now that Sam has survived, the Hulk didn't go crazy and destroy everything and make Ross this crazy criminal like he wanted. He's like, the others are coming. So bro, like you didn't die, but like it's always like that. Like because they fix something that is like drastically wrong, they're always like, yeah, there's bigger issue that's about to come now because you did this. Like, good job, motherfucker.
Like, nigga, is this why you wanted to be let go? Because you would have prevented this from happening? Like, are you allowing this to happen now that you're locked up? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe it's on some Doctor Strange shit where he's like, yo, this was the only outcome that could have saved us, and you fucked it up because you wanted to be a superhero. Remember,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can't
that,
tell him. They
that
can't tell him that kind of shit. They gotta like let it play out.
yeah, but that is funny though. The stakes do get crazy, and niggas get they gotta pay the worst price.
All because niggas be doing what they think is right. What seems right in the moment to us too. Like we be like, yeah, they saved the world. The movie went great, and then it's like, damn. But honestly, if you think about it, Thanos,
Like,
like,
word.
if you
Like, oh,
think
word, you
about
want to
it,
stop the Red
Doctor
Hulk? You
Doom
want
is
to stop
cousin.
the Red Hulk, my nigga? Now you about to get like 8 Hulks. Fuck that now. There you go get the strongest Hulk there is, bitch, and Scar with the bad
And
hair.
you got to worry about your worlds colliding. How about that?
Like, like what? Now you got what? Now you got two big problems, bitch.
Nah, where are we
Right.
rating?
I got a solid 8. I'm solid 8.
I don't think
I said that person I went to the movies with used to. The person I went to the movies with asked me the same thing. I had first said 7.5, 8. I can't give it more than an 8. If I was to be loose with it, it's between a 7.5 and an 8. If I want to just give it a direct thing, I'm gonna give it that 8. You know what I mean?
All right. So I ain't had nothing negative to say about this movie the whole time, but I'll be honest with you. Like I said earlier, the first 20 to 30 minutes or so until Isaiah Bradley started popping off, I wasn't really too into what was going on. The little action scenes were cool, but it just felt like blah. Um, Sidewinder was advertised a lot. Didn't really mean. Uh, the story's cool. Nothing too crazy. The action really saves it all. The characters are just all right. Joaquin doesn't really do me any justice. Like he's alright dude, but like I don't really care for him too much.
Oh, man, I
Bucky's
hate
not in the
that
movie.
suit. I hate that. So I didn't mention that. I hate that suit.
um, Sam's cool as fuck in the movie. Where else do I want to go with this? Um, it doesn't really do much for what's going on. It's just there to be a movie. Like I said, it closes the door on like the Hulk. It introduces adamantium for later on, but it doesn't really progress much other than getting to the point of, hey, we need to reassemble the Avengers. So I
Yeah.
really only give it. I want to give it leeway and say 7, but I really want to say like a really strong 6.8.
That's a big
But
difference.
I think it's a.
I mean, you and I, I mean, between our range, we usually get like close range.
I have it
But
in the category like
like,
because I got it on my list. I have
now
it
that
on
I
my
hear your
list.
rating, I feel like it's more realistic.
Nah, it's just because I got it on my list already, and like I had to re-gauge how I was like placing the movies, and I got it at like 25 out of the whole 34 because I'm like, there's plenty of movies that are better than it. And
Yeah, yeah.
realistically, it's a just all right movie, nothing special. That's literally how I have it categorized. From like movie 17 on my list to movie 30. These are just all right movies, nothing special.
Remember Captain America Winter Soldier?
That's like in my top 10, bro.
Right? Nah, right, yeah. So remember that movie where remember the part where he's like on the boat and he's fighting that nigga, and he's like kicking him, he's hitting him with the shield, and he's just this is a regular fight, it's nothing crazy, regular fight. That's how all the fights in Sam Brave New World feel. Cause
I
in
was
that
impressed with
Captain
what he
America,
was doing though, because he was whipping and doing things with that shield that I was like, ooh, look at my boy. That's a regular dude out
oh yeah, no. Sam was going sick with
there.
that
He was
shield.
getting
He was going
busy.
busy. But all the fights felt like that one fight though. It didn't. The excitement didn't up it from
They
there.
all had like the Keanu Reeves John Wick walk him down approach, right? Like every fight had that feel to it. Like even when they left the little prison room and then they came out and then a whole chick came behind them, the same feel to the fight.
It's
the
like
only fight
you always knew the result.
the only fight that didn't feel like that was the Hulk fight.
Yeah, the whole fight was a little. It was a little more. It was a little more
But
because,
everything
but
else
that
was
was
like walking down a corridor and whooping ass on your way down the corridor.
Sam
First
just
fight might
throwing
have
the
been the
shit.
best one though.
What happened?
First fight in the church thing might have been the best one because he started whooping ass.
Oh, when he came down from the sky and then he went inside.
Yeah, he had to whoop that lion's ass. He kicked a no in the prison when he did the jump kick to the shield, bro. Oh my god, that was fire. I was
Yeah,
like, excuse me, Sam Wilson.
yeah.
I wasn't familiar with your game. You've been practicing, huh?
He busy with it. He doing some shit. Cap never. I mean, this nigga Steve never did.
Hey yo, you know that athleticism is just in the genes, man. He ain't need no serum for that. He ain't need no serum for them genes, bro.
I knew he was different when the nigga in Captain in the Falcon and Winter Soldier when he really started practicing and the nigga was throwing it at the trees. I was like, oh shit. I was like, the way he was catching off the tree. I was like, D, how you?
Well,
I
that's
was like,
because it's
nah. This
magnetic. It's a magnetic thing, I think.
I'm just saying the fact that the fact that because I know the shield is light because in the it's vibranium is light, right? You know what I mean? But the velocity he looks like he's throwing it at and the way it's hitting the trees, bro. It's like I understand it's magnetic and shit like that, but for it to come back, I feel like you have to be a super soldier to catch that shit the way it's coming back at you. He's catching that shit like it's nothing, like it's a football.
He done
He
fought
catching it
some
like it's a
people, man. He
football,
a
nigga.
little
Like
stronger than we think.
nigga catching it like and then just wild the
He
fuck
be
out, bro.
training with
Like
Captain America, the old Captain America. He a little more special than we are. Now he trains with the old Captain America, Isaiah Bradley. Like he a little different than we is, man. He a little different than
Isaiah
we is.
Bradley was wildin', but that whole training shit he was putting him through, that shit was kind of dope. Nigga was whooping his ass and shit. They did a good job with Isaiah. Not too much on him. You know what I'm saying? Not they didn't do crazy on him. He had to go super crazy. He did that one scene and then he just played, the sorry black man that the whole other movie. But it worked though.
I was pretty glued when the shooting happened. He started running away and stuff. I was pretty
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Even and like you say, even though I don't know why they gave that shit away in it. It's just, I mean, it obviously didn't stop anything because the movie's doing well. It's like it's the movie. I think it was like the budget was like 130 million. It's at 380 right now. Last I read, so so it's doing well. So, but yeah, I feel like they could have held that back.
I feel
You
like
know
the
what I mean? They
one
could
thing
have.
they definitely should have held was the telling us it was adamantium, the celestial. Should have saved
Yeah,
that for the
yeah,
movie, bro. Let us hear
yeah,
that in the movie, bro. Everybody would have
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh.
And we already knew. That's just crazy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because that to us was just we were just sort of happy seeing the celestial. Oh, they finally acknowledged it. That was my reaction. Like they finally acknowledged it. Cool. Let's see where they gonna go with it. And then they told me where they went with it.
You know,
It's like
my theater I went to disappointed me because Bucky showed up and nobody even reacted. It was quiet. I wanted to yell, "Respect this man!"
it was cool because I seen it. I was supposed to go see it Sunday, and then I remember I didn't see it Sunday. I went to go see it Monday, right? But when I went to go see it, it was me, Shorty. She picked the seats out, right? Whoever, like the five groups of people that came, all picked the same seats in the same area, bro. Like, so I had a whole group next to me, another group in front of us, another group in back of us, a group on the side of her. Like this shit was crazy, but it kind of made it cool because we was cheering. We was cheering and like you know what I'm saying. It was just us and out. It was a little group of people, like good 20 of us, bro. That shit was dope. I didn't even know. I had left. I had left to go get her some. I know. I had left to go get her, like the soda. To go get her more soda, right? Before we was in there by ourselves. When I was leaving, only one party was coming in. Was coming in. I seen them. When I came back, it was like three more. I came back. I said, "We all in there." I said, "Oh shit, we lit." That's it, crazy.
Yeah, man. But that is Captain America: Brave New World.
Yeah,
That's our
yeah,
opinion,
yeah.
our
That's
non-expert
yeah,
opinion.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I told y'all my story about the movies. I was just killing time, y'all. I'm out of here.
Sam
I'm
Wilson
back.
needs a. We need a Sam Wilson song. Um, Captain America. Mm, mm,
Captain America.
Captain America. Mm, mm,
Captain America.
Captain America coming to a hood near you.
And I'm throwing the
Captain
shield.
America.
And I'm throwing the shield. And I'm
N.E.O.
throwing
Peace out.